Testing. 1, 2, 3, test. Just one qualifier here at the Inverness Raceway this morning, 11:30. Dash PD on the rail for Redmond Doucette. On the front, 7/8 of the mile. Eastward Old Fun sat in the 2-hole. Went on through the stretch in a mile at 2:08 1/5. Dash Pedia finished back second. A length and a half, paced a mile in 2:08 2/5. Judges gave a 2-second variance for the qualifier. Both horses meet the standards set out by the judges here at the Inverness Raceway. Eastward Old Fun for Lewis McDonnell at 2:8 1. Dash Pedia for Redmond Doucette, 2:8 2. Program changes at approximately 12:30. Tension in the paddock area due to the inclement weather here this afternoon. Rescheduled for the drivers' meeting. That'll be next Sunday, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock next Sunday. Correct time of day showing on the board at 12:18. Here are the early changes for this afternoon's card of racing. Over in race number 1, equipment change on the 2, Barry D. Adds a pair of knee boots. Number 3. Number 3, the Silver Diesel, takes off the Can't See Back bridle. He goes to an open. He had a hood with cups, and he adds a Murphy blind on the left-hand side. Zipping over to race number 2, first and the early double. Take out the 6, Miss Chili Pepper, scratched this afternoon sick. That'll bring us over to race number 3, Exacta Triacta, win place and show wagering, second and the early double. Equipment change on the 3, cruising again. Minus the Murphy blind. He's minus the hoods with cups this afternoon. He adds a line pole on the right-hand side and goes with a closed bridle. Number 4, What Box Me Win, adds a pair of earplugs. That'll bring us over to race number 4, number 3, La Playa Deo. Equipment change goes from closed to an open bridle. Race 5 is okay, it's all clear. And race number 6, it's our feature on this afternoon's card of racing. They go for $2,000. So Phil Sandy on the rail for Lewis McDonnell. East Coast Invader is 2. And Monica Sutherland, Lion Swift, J.J. McDonald in town this afternoon. He'll be up and aboard Lion Swift. Windermere Don't Matter, Rodney Gillis drives. The 5, Windermere Best Man, Redmond Doucette is up. 6 on the outside, Sunshine, Lou, and Danny Gillis. Our feature, it goes for $2,000. Post time for the first. What o'clock is post. Over in race number 3, cruising again. Just disregard the hood with cups. Cruising again goes from an open to a closed bridle. Over in race number one, number 3, the Silver Diesel takes off the Can't See Back Bridle. He just goes to an open, and puts a Murphy blind on the left-hand side. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Inverness Raceway. Correct time of day showing on the board at 12:41. 1 o'clock is post time for the first. Equipment change in the first. Number 2, Barry D. adds a pair of knee boots. Number 3, the Silver Diesel, takes off the can't see back, and he goes to an open. And he adds a Murphy blind on the left-hand side. Over to race number 2, first and the early double. Number 6, Miss Chili Pepper, scratch 6. Over to race number 3, cruising again. Takes off the Murphy blind. He goes to an open. And he adds a line pull on the right-hand side. Number 4, What Mocks Me Win, adds a pair of earplugs. And we move over to race number 4, equipment change on the 3. La Playa Deo goes from a closed to an open bridle. Races 5 and 6, they're going as programmed. 12:42, correct time of day on the board. 1 o'clock is post time. Just one qualifier at the raceway this morning at 11:30. Dash Pedia and Rain to Redmond Doucette, Eastward Old Fun, and Lewis McDonnell. They were by the quarter 32-4, the half 105-4, 3/4 138-2, race winning trip 208 1/5, Eastward Old Fun. The winner for Lewis McDonnell by a length and a half, paced a mile and 8-1. Back a length and a half, finished in second. Dash Pedia and Redmond Doucette 208-2. Track variance at 2 seconds. Both horses met the qualifying standards. Set out by the judges here at the Inverness Raceway. The entries for the first, moving down the backside on their way to Post Parade. Now parading from the lower turn, the entries here in the first condition field. Now Mutters 1 Parimutuel Race Life. They go for purse $1,100. On the rail, Old Chunk of Coal, a 3-year-old by Shanghai Phil, makes his first start for UE. Ali McCachran, Robert McLeod trains. Redmond Doucette and the Sulky, the 2 Barry D, 3-year-old by Mockabalic, owned by Avery Frazier. Charles Frazier trains and drives. Up in 3, the Silver Diesel, a 3-year-old by Silver Hill Shadow, owned by Terry Morrison, Joe Lewis, Irvin Cleaner. And Brian Tracy, Donald Kennedy trains. Gerard Kennedy in the driver's seat. Up at a post 4 is Betty White, a 3-year-old filly by Arthur Blue Chip. Owned by Mackenzie Spence. Zach Mullins does the training and driving. Up at a post 5, Sue Warrior, 4-year-old Malicious. Owner trainer driver Alexander Sandy McNeil. Rounding out the field, number 6, J.J. Aurora, 4-year-old hilarious Halo mare. Wayne Gillis shares ownership with the trainer Robert McLeod in the sulky. It's Danny Gillis. Field of 6 here in the first. They go for 1,100 in approximately 4 minutes. Our selection here in the first, I went to the 4, Betty White, a 3-year-old, a filly by Arthur Blue Chip, owned by Mackenzie Spence at a Tyne Valley, Prince Edward Island. Did all his racing at London Western Fair in Ontario. Pretty handy getting off the gate. A maiden after 15 starts, but likes to snap off the gate. I'll go with Betty White to win here in the first. For second, I went to the 1 Old Chunk of Coal, a 3-year-old by Shanghai Phil. Makes his debut for Huey McCachran, Nally McCachran. Robert McLeod does the training. Inverness's top reinsman, Redmond Doucette, is in the sulky. And for third, I went to the 5, Sue Warrior, a 4-year-old by Malicious. Other trainer driver is Sandy McNeil at a Mabu. Paced a mile in 2:03 and 4/5 last week, behind Dear Birdie and JG's Jumanji. Our pick here in the first, 4, 1, and 5. Entries up, their second and final score. We're down to 2 minutes at the windows, 2 to go. It's your last chance at the windows. B.A. Watson Construction Limited starting gate is on the move, collecting your starters, moving down the backside. Here for the first. Entries heading towards the top of the stretch here in the first. The maidens also eligible now winner 60 in 2023-24 Old Chunk Coal. On the rail for Redmond Doucette, Barry D. and Charles Frazier, the Silver Diesel, Jeward Kennedy. Betty White and Zach Mullen, Sue Warrior, Sandy McNeil and J.J. Aurora, and Danny Gillis. Field of 6 all on gate. Good start. Off the gate and away, an Old Chunk of Coal goes to a break, but quickly back pacing into the turn, and Betty White, as expected, snaps off that gate. Heads up front down the lead, second here on the outside. That is Sue Warrior and Sandy McNeil. Barry D is up close here this afternoon. Up in 4, back pacing, Old Chunk of Coal. He hit a 5, the Silver Diesel in the backfield. It's J.J. Aurora. We're stretched out single file, passing stable turn. First time, and the gray Betty White is up front after an opening quarter of 31 3/5. Popping in the 2-hole there. That is the 4-year-old Sue Warrior. On the move in the backfield, that is the Silver Diesel. And Jeward Kennedy on toward the half now, and Betty White is going to bring them on to the half boldly here on the outside, up to challenge. That is Sue Warrior scooting down the rail. Barry D. Old Chunk of Coal, the Silver Diesel, and J.J. Aurora. Betty White, 105 and a 1/5, still up front down the lead. Barry D is second in at the rail. So Warrior got a little sluggish on the turn, but back pacing on the outside. 3/4 up and coming now. Under drive here, Betty White. The second, that is Barry D. Third in the outside, it's Sue Warrior. J.J. Aurora is coming. The Silver Diesel, an Old Chunk of Coal. 136 and a 1/5. They were by that 3/4. Passing the 7/8 turn to drive through the lane now, and Betty White has everything under control here. Going to go wire to wire. Pick up a maiden mark for Zach Mullins and Mackenzie Spence, winning it by 15. Under wraps for second. Sue Warrior up for third. That is Barry D. 2:04 and 4/5. Betty White here in the first. Heading back to the Denmark Acres winner circle is the 3-year-old great pacing filly by Arthur Blue Chip at Jet Lag Mare Joanne Jet. Owned and bred by Mackenzie Spence at a Tyne Valley, Prince Edward Island. Zach Mullins, trainer driver. A maiden mark, 204 4/5, wire to wire, very comfortably. Here in the first. Maiden mark, 204 4/5, 3-year-old filly. Betty White and Zach Mullins. And the first official old chunk of coal was 6. Barry D. third. Silver Diesel was 5. Betty White, the winner. Sioux Warrior second. J.J. Aurora finished up 4. 31 3, 105 1. 3/4, 136 1. Race winning trip, 204 4/5. Top the program. In review, it should read 635, 1, 2, 4. 204 4/5, the maiden mark for the 3-year-old filly, Betty White and Zach Mullins. Across the board for the winner, $384, $240. Place entry the 5, Sioux Warrior, $370, $310. The show the 2, Barry D, $3.70. 4-5 exacta. $29.70 for that exacta combination 4 and 5. Triacta combination in the first, it was 4, 5, and 2. And a 4, 5, and 2 triacta came back $465.60. $465.60 triacta combination here in the first. That'll bring us over to race number 2. Race number 2 is the first end of the early daily double. Take out the 6, Miss Chili Pepper. He's sick this afternoon. Equipment changes have been posted for the 3, cruising again in the third, and the 4, What Mocks Me Win. Very few changes on this afternoon's card of racing. The only other one, the other equipment change, that's over in race number 4, number 3. La Playa Deo goes from closed to an open bridle, closed to an open bridle. First half of the early daily double in 12 minutes. Now parading from the lower turn are the entries here in the second. First and the early double, Quadella Triacta, win place and show wagering. Condition field, non-waters 330, last five, they go for a purse of $11.50. The one JG's Jumanji, a 4-year-old mare, owned, bred, and trained by Gussie McLean. Travis McLean is in the sulky. Post position 2, and the 4-year-old mare, Dear Birdie, home of the Irish Road Stable. Brian McGuinness conditions, Redmond Doucette in the sulky. Avery Frazier and Dylan McLean are the owners of 3 Lofty Shadow. Charlie Frazier trains and drives. 0 Stress North at post 4. Melanie Patricia LeBlanc shares ownership with the trainer Roderick Smith in the sulky. That's Monica Sutherland. Late on post parade and excused is the 5 Sweet Success, and Zach Mullins. The 6 Miss Chili Pepper is scratched 6th this afternoon. Short field of 5, first and the early double goes to post in 6. Entries up, second and final score. Down to 4 now, 4 to go. Here on post parade, here in the second, here is the 5 Sweet Success, a 6-year-old by Sweet Lou, owned by Keegan McLean. Zach Mullins is the trainer driver. Our selection here in the second, I went to the 2 Dear Birdie, a 4-year-old betting line mare. Brian McGuinness does the conditioning for the Irish Road Stables at a Port Hood, a winner last week in 202-1, last quarter 29 4/5. Out the entire last half of the mile. I went to Dear Birdie to win it. For second, I went to the 1, JG's Jumanji. 3 starts this year, a second. and 2/3. He's knocking on the door for Gussie McLean. Son Travis is in the sulky here this afternoon. And for third, I went to the 5, Sweet Success, a 6-year-old by Sweet Lou. Zach Mullins does the training and the driving for Keegan McLean out of Inverness. Now, Sweet Success is going to have to be careful here. He just came back after qualifying, making a break in his first start of the year, so he's going to have to get a clean line. Our call here in the second, 2, 1, and 5. Entries called up to the gate. The B.A. Watson starting gate is on the move. Your starter, Mr. Joe Garab, is collecting your starters here for the second. Entries for the second come to the top of the stretch. First and the early daily double condition field. They go for purse 11.50. GG's Jumanji and Travis McLean. Dear Birdie. Redmond Doucette, Lofty Shadow, Charles Fraser, Zero Stress Nora. Monica Sutherland, Sweet Success out here on the outside for Zach Mullins. Field of 5 here in the second. Down off of the gate and away. And JG's Jumanji is going to head out for the lead. Lofty Shadow up here second on the outside, in third at the rail. Heading down the backside toward that opening quarter, that is Dear Birdie. Up in 4-0, Stress Nora. In the backfield, that is Sweet Success. The field of 5 is passing the stable turn for the first time. And the 4-year-old mare, GG's Jumanji, passed that opening quarter in 31-1. Driving second, Lofty Shadow, back 2.5 third. That is Dear Birdie. He notions to the outside. Sweet Success is going to follow him. Scooting up the rail, that's going to be Zero Stress Nora. The compact field of 5 is passing the half mile, and JG's Jumanji in at the rail from the lead. Second on the outside. That is Dear Birdie. Lofty Shadow is third. Sweet Success is up there in 4 in the backfield. It's Zero Stress Nora. 102 and 2. They were by the half mile. 3/4. The next stop, JG's Jumanji. Still up front by a half a length. Dear Birdie is second on the outside. Sweet Success is notioning out there. He looks to go 3 deep. Heading towards the 7/8 turn. Zero Stress Nora. Up there in 4. Lofty Shadow is there. 133 and 1/5. They're all in it. Here at the 7/8 turn, off the top turn through the lane, and JG's Jumanji is going to bring him on home, but Dear Birdie is out here on the outside, racing down and toward the mile. JG's Jumanji to hang on. Dear Birdie was second. JG's Jumanji, race winning trip 203 and 2. That photo showing on the board is a photo for third. Zero Stress Nora closely over 3. Lofty Shadow. But officially 1, 2, 4, and 3. Heading into the Denmark Acres Winter Circle is the 4-year-old brown pacing mare by Hilarious Halo and the Camp Best mare Abby Best. Homebred and trained by Gussie McLean. At a Port Hood, Travis McLean in the sulky. He goes wire to wire, 203 and 2/5. First win on the season and a win number 3 overall. 203 and 2/5. This is 4-year-old JG's Jumanji. And the second official, GG's Jumanji, the water. Dear Birdie was second, Lofty Shadow 4. Zero Stress Nora was 3. Sweet Success was 5. Miss Chili Pepper was scratch 6. 31 and 1, 102 and 2, 133 and 1. Race 1 trip 203 and 2/5. Top the program 124, 35, then scratch in the bottom 203 and 2/5. 4-year-old mare GG's Jumanji, Travis McLean 1370, 310 and 220. Placed the 2 Dear Birdie 310, 210. Show entry the 4. Zero Stress Nora $2.10. Quinella combination 1 and 2 or 2 and 1. It can back 450, 450. Tracked combination 1, 2, and 4. It returns $72 even. 72 even. Up and coming. Here in the third, equipment changes on the 3 and the 4. They've been posted in the parimutuel area. Field of 7. Up and coming here in the third, exacta, triacta, win, place, and show wagering. They go to post in 12 minutes. Denmark Acres, producers of standard bred racing and breeding, are our official sponsors in the winter circle for the 2024 harness racing season here at the Inverness Raceway. That's Denmark Acres, standard bred breeding and racing. Operating from the lower turn entries here in the third. Now Butters 451 last 5. They go for a purse of 1175. Number 1, JG's Fireball is excused post for 8. The 2 is Private Paradise. Owner, trainer, driver is Mr. Arden Mofford. 3 is Cruising Again, a 5-year-old by Yankee Cruiser, owned by That Must Be Noon, the Somewhere Stable. Rodney Gillis in the sulky. 4 DF for Beaten. The 4 What Box Me Win. Todd Sutherland shares ownership with the trainer driver, Monica Sutherland. The 5, Windermere Albert. By James Doyle and Zach Mullins, Lennon McIsaac does the training. Red Doucette in the sulky this afternoon, racing with the Hobbles. 6 is Bank of Dad, a 9-year-old by Well Said, for owner, trainer, driver, Tim Gillis. Rounding out the field from the back tier, OK Gladiator, a 13-year-old by Mach 3, making his first start of the season by Brian Tracy and Derek Whalen. Donald Kennedy trains Gerard Kennedy in the sulky. Field of 7 here in the third. Going to post in 5. Our selection here in the third. I went to the 3, Cruising Again, a 5-year-old by Yankee Cruiser. A purchase of the It Must Be Noon stable somewhere. At a little Judic, the effort beaten. Does the conditioning, Rodney Gillis in the sulky. A bang-up second here last week. Paced home through the lane. Finished off the mile very well. He finished second to E.R. Quinn by 3 1/4 lengths the last half mile. On the outside, big-looking rig. Nice-looking rig, just going in from the grandstand. Picked him to what for second. I went to JG's Fireball, a 6-year-old by Image of Dawn. Owned and trained by Gussie McLean at a Port Hood. He had JG's Jumanji in the Denmark Acres Winner Circle in the second. And he finished a bang-up second himself last week behind Real Big. And for third, I went to the 4, What Mocks Me Win, Monica Sutherland. For herself and Todd Sutherland, one start this year, finished the third to E.R. Quinn and Cruising Again. 3-1 and 4 my call here for the third. Down to 2 minutes now, 2 to go. There's a look at JG's Fireball, a 6-year-old by Image of Don Mare. Other trainer, Gussie McLean, out of Port Hood. He was just late for post-parade. Travis McLean is in the sulky here this afternoon. Also scoring on the rail again here in the third. We'll be seeing how JG's Fireball is going to fire out of there. Entries called up to the gate. The B.A. Watson starting gate. Is on the move, collecting your starters here for the third. Entries moving on the stable turn here in the third condition field. Now Mutters 451 last 5. They go for purse 1175 at a field of 7. JG's Fireball on the rail for Travis McLean. Private Paradise. And Erdem Mofford is 2. Cruising again and Rodney Gillis. What Mocks Me Win, Monica Sutherland. Windermere Albert, Redmond Doucette, Bank Dead. Timmy Gillis. In the backfield, it's OK Gladiator and Gerard Kennedy. Field of 7 comes to the top of the lane here at the third. It's post time for the third here at the Inverness Raceway. Down off the gate and away, and JG's Fireball heads out for the lead up here. Second on the outside, Private Paradise. Third in the extreme outside. That is What Mocks Me Win in 4 at the rail. It's OK Gladiator up here in 5. Windermere Albert. Year 6. Cruising again in the backfield. It's Bank of Dead. Up toward the opening quarter now. And JG's Fireball and Travis McLean is going to be up front here again. With a Gussie McLean product, JG's Fireball 31 and 4 past that opening quarter. OK Gladiator has himself a good trip. He's in the 2-hole up here on the outside third. That is Windermere Albert. We're driving toward the half mile, and G's Fireball left unattended up front on the lead. Second, Windermere Albert. Third, OK Gladiator. Cruising again. Is starting to get in gear there. 4 on the outside. Bank Cadet is 5. What Mocks Me Win. Then Private Paradise. 103 and 3, the half mile. JG's Fireball is trying to get it out and go wire to wire. For second, Windermere Albert cruising again. Up here on the outside, third, OK Gladiator. And What Mocks Me Win heading over towards the 7-8 stern. JG's Fireball. 133 and 2/5. Second, Windermere Albert. Cruising again is coming, but is it too late? Much too late. JG's Fireball through the lane for Travis McLean. Gonna go back to back here in the double. Cruising again is up, cruising for second. For third, that's Windermere Albert. Wire to wire. JG's Fireball 203 and 3. Leonard, do you know anything about those speakers heading into the first turn over there on Maple Street? Could you check that out, please? Heading to the Denmark Acres Water Circle, JG's Fireball, a 6-year-old. Big-piecing mare by Image of Dawn. Had the Too Funny for Words mare, Acting Normal. His horse was bred by Jamie McKinley at a Prince Edward Island, owned and trained by Gussie McLean at a Port Hood, back-to-back winner. Third official, JG's Fireball, the Water Private Paradise 5. Cruising again was second. What Mocks Me Win was 4. Windermere Albert was 3. Bank of Dad 6 at OK Gladiator was 7. 31 and 4, 103 and 3, 133 and 2, 203 and 3. Top of the program 152, 43, 6 and 7, 203 and 3/5. Wire to wire, GG's Fireball, Travis McLean, daily double, back-to-back winners. And that double returned for a pair of aces, $8.50. Tri-acta combination of 1, 3, and 5. We'll get that in a moment. The exacta 1 and 3 is $18.90. $18.90. Double come back $8.50. Tri-acta 1, 3, and 5, $90.70. $90.70. Up and coming. It's race number 4. Race number 4, equipment change on the 3. La Playa Deo goes from closed to an open bridle. Races 5 and 6, the late daily double races. They go as programmed. Our feature this afternoon, Soutfield, Sandy, and Louis McDonnell on the rail. A very comfortable winner in the $7,000 claiming here last week. He went wire to wire in 2 minutes and 4/5. 2 is East Coast Invader and Monica Sutherland. 3 is Lion Swift, J.J. McDonald in the sulky. Windmere Don't Matter, Rodney Gillis this afternoon. Windmere Best Man, Redmond Doucette, rounding out the field, Sunshine Lou. An 8-year-old by Sunshine Beach, last week's feature winner. Wire to wire in 59 and 4/5. Danny Gillis for Ray and Leah McKinnon. Our 50-50 on sale in the parimutuel area. 50-50 on sale in the parimutuel area. Will draw upon completion of race number 5.
It's horse racing season in Cape Breton. Inverness Raceway and Northside Downs offer racing all summer long. Feel the thrill of the horses thundering down the track, the fastest 2 minutes in sports. Free admission, free parking, great family fun. Northside Downs races every Saturday at 1 p.m. Inverness races Sundays and Wednesdays throughout the season. Can't get to the track? Winner's Circle in Sydney has North America's best racing 7 days a week. See you at the races.
Now parading from the lower turn are the entries here in the fourth. Non-winner 631 last 5, also eligible $5,000 claiming. On the rail I see True Grit, a 12-year-old by no pen intended, owned by Melanie Patricia LeBlanc. Roderick Smith trains, Redmond Doucette drives. G.G. Stone and Max Stable, the owners of the two AB's Future. Bernie McDonald does the conditioning. Lewis McDonnell is in the sulky. Madison Poirier shares ownership with the trainer Erland Campbell in the sulky. Danny Gillis, the 3, is La Playa Deo. 4 Real Big, 13-year-old and Mr. Big. Marlon McKay shares ownership with the trainer Lily Watson. In the sulky, it's Arden Mofford. 5 Docs Ron Henry. Rodney Gillis for Beaton. Round out field number 6, East Coast Miss Haney, a 4-year-old. Arthur Blue Chip mare, owned by Todd Sutherland. Monica Sutherland trains and drives. Field of 6 here in the fourth, going to post. 5 minutes. 5 minutes post time here for the fourth. My selection here in the fourth, here in race number 4, I'm going to go to the 2, AB's Future. He only raced 4 times in the last couple of years. Lewis McDonnell does the driving for Bernie McDonald. He does the conditioning for the G.G. Stone and Max Stable. He can snap off the gate. AB's Future and Lewis McDonnell maybe a little tighter this week. For second, I went to the 3, La Playa Deo. Madison Poirier shares ownership with the trainer Erland Campbell. Danny Gillis in the sulky. He finished 5 last week behind HF Jesse James. But he was right there at the wire, just off 4.5 lengths, paced a mile in 2.3 2/5. Danny Gillis stays on board. And for third, I went to the newcomer I See True Grit, 12-year-old, no pan intended. Roderick Smith trains for Patricia LeBlanc. Redmond Doucette scoring on the rail is in the sulky. 2, 3, and 1. My call here in the fourth. Down to 2 minutes on post time. 2 minutes post time. Here for the fourth. It's your last chance at the windows. B.A. Watson. Starting gate is on the move, collecting your starters. Here for the fourth. Entries moving through the fog over there on the stable turn here in the fourth condition field. Also eligible. $5,000 claiming I See True Grit and Redmond Doucette. AB's Future. Lewis backed it out. La Playa Deo. Danny Gillis. Real Big. Arden Mofford. Docs Rana Henry. Rodney Gillis. East Coast Miss Haney. Monica Sutherland. Field of 6 from the top of the lane here at the Inverness Raceway. It's post time for the fourth. Down off of the gate and away. I See True Grit and AB's Future. Out early into the turn now, and AB's Future continues up front on the lead for second. I See True Grit. The out of 3, that is La Playa Deo. Down the backside toward the opening quarter now. And AB's Future is up front by 2 for second. I See a True Grit. Third in there at the rail. That looks like La Playa Deo, 29 1/5. Passing that opening quarter. Heading down toward the half mile now. AB's Future is up front by 2 on the lead. I See True Grit is second. La Playa Deo is third. Real Big at a 4 up here in 5. Docs Ron Henry. Then East Coast Miss Haney on toward the 5/8 turn. AB's Future still up front. I See True Grit is notioning to the outside. Real Big is third in the outside. La Playa Deo in there at the rail in 4. Docs Ron Henry and East Coast Miss Haney. 59 4/5. Past the half mile, passing 3/4 now. AB's Future still up front by 2. I Seek True Grit. His second Real Big is out here third in the outside, 1:30 3/5. Past that 3/4, and AB's Future is going to bring him on home. I See True Grit back 2.5 there. From the top of the stretch and through the lane, and AB's Future is going to try to go wire to wire. A mission accomplished for second. That is See True Grit up here for third. It's La Playa Deo. AB's Future wire to wire, 2:01 2/5 here in the fourth. Two, 1, 3, and 4 showing on the board unofficially. AB's Future, the winner. I See True Grit second. La Playa Deo third. Real Big up for 4. 2, 1, 3, and 4 unofficially. Here in the fourth. Heading into the Denmark Acres Winter Circle, 11-year-old brown pacing horse by Driven to Win in the Falcons Future mare, Trudy's Future. This horse was bred and owned by GG and Max Stable at a Port Hood. Bernie McDonald does the conditioning. Lewis McDonnell in the sulky. Just his 5th start in the last couple of years. He's right in the winter circle here this afternoon. He goes wire to wire. 2:01 2/5. AB's Future and Lewis McDonnell. Fourth official, I See True Grit was second. AB's Future, the winner. La Playa Deo third. Real Big was 4. Doxron Henry 6, and East Coast Miss Haney finished up 5. 29 1, 59 4, 130 3, 2:01 2. Top the program. If you're marking, it should read 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 5 on the bottom. 2:01 2/5. Wire to wire. 11-year-old AB's Future and Lewis McDonnell. 1680, 250, 240. I See True Grit, $2.70, $2.10. La Playa Deo, $2.80. 1-2 Quinella, $7.90. 2, 1, and 3 try, $44 even, $44 even. Up and coming race number 5. It's the first in of the late double. A field of 6, and they go as programmed. Race number 6, our feature on this afternoon's card of racing. They go for $2,000, and they go as programmed. Thanks very much to everybody over on the backside with those lights on. It's much easier to see from over here. Thank you very much. Entries for the fifth, heading down the backside on towards Post Parade. Here for the fifth. Now parading from the lower turn, the entries here in the fifth. Non-winners, $950 last five. Also eligible, $7,000 claiming. They go for purse $1,500. Rock'em Sock'em Scott. On the rail, Donald Kennedy does the conditioning. Owner driver is Gerard Kennedy. Post position 2 and Delightful Wine, a 6-year-old by Better's Delight. Madison Poirier shares ownership with the trainer Erland Campbell and the sulky Mr. Danny Gillis. 3 is What's Up, Doc? Homebred and trained by John McClellan. In the sulky, it's Redmond Doucette. Mr. Saturday Night, a $7,000 claimer. Owned and trained by Kevin McDonald, Travis McLean. Looks for a driving triple on the program. Rankinville Seamus, owner, trainer, driver, Sandy McNeil, running out the field, number 6, Custard's Dragon. James Doyle, Rebecca Struthers, and James Struthers share ownership with the trainer, driver, Zach Mullins. Field of 6, condition field, also eligible. $7,000 claiming. They go to post in 5 minutes on post time here for the fifth. In the NHL Stanley Cup semifinals, it continues on the Western Front this evening. Edmonton Oilers up 3-2 on the Dallas Stars. They head back to oil country at Edmonton's Northlands Coliseum. They're trying to finish off the Dallas Stars. Florida Panthers, for the second year in a row, is going to the East Final. A very in-the-face hockey club, those Florida Panthers. And their rats thrown all over the ice. If you wondered why they throw those rats on the ice, I believe in the mid-90s, 94, 95, around that area, Scott Mellenby was in the dressing room and he killed a rat with his stick. And he went out and he scored 2 goals that game, so they called it a rat trick. So every goal that was scored for the Florida Panthers then, they threw rats out on the ice. The league stepped in and they told them if they kept throwing those rats on the ice, they'd be assessed a 2-minute penalty. Therefore, that's why you see all those rats on the ice upon completion of a Florida win down in Florida. Anyway, Florida is awaiting the winner of the West. Edmonton tries to close it out this evening, up 3-2. Entries on the way back, second and final score. Down to 3 minutes now, 3 to go. Last call for the even split. We're at 1,095. We're at 1,095. Last call for the even split. Our call here in the fifth. Here in race number 5, I went to the 2, Delightful Wine. He finished second, a very comfortable second, 2 last week to South Field Sandy and Lewis McDonnell. He was just back 4 lengths, and he was pacing through the wire, paced a mile in 2:01 3/5. Danny Gillis back on board here this afternoon. For second, I'm not sure how tight this one horse, Rock'em Sock'em Scott, is, but he certainly likes getting to the front end. Gerard Kennedy is in the driver's seat here this afternoon. And for third, I went to the 3, What's Up Doc? Redmond Doucette gets the call here this afternoon for owner, breeder, trainer John McClellan. 2, 1, and 3. My selection here for the 5th. It's your last chance at the windows. Favorite showing on the board at $3.80. It is the 2, Delightful Wine and Danny Gillis. He's at $3.80. $5.80 the 1, Rock'em Sock'em Scott. $8.80 for What's Up Doc. Long shot on the board. That belongs to the 5, Rankinville Seamus and Sandy McNeil. He finished 3 last week. Paced a mile in 2:03, and he came the last quarter, 29 4/5. Custard's Dragon out here on the outside, he's at $13.80. He drops down in class here this afternoon. Zach Mullins is back in the sulky on the Dragon. And the field of 6 on the stable turn. Now winners $9.50 last 5, also eligible, $7,000 claiming Rock'em Sock'em Scott. On the rail, Gerard Kennedy, Delightful Wine, and Danny Gillis. What's Up Doc? Redmond Doucette, Mr. Saturday Night. And Travis McLean, Rankinville Seamus, Sandy McNeil. Out here on the outside, it's Custard's Dragon and Zach Mullins. Field of 6 comes through the lane, the first end of the late double. It's on tap here at the Inverness Raceway down off of the gate and away in Rock'em Sock'em Scott. Hey, it's out for the lead, Delightful Wine. Here's Custard's Dragon out here on the outside third. Into the turn, a couple of breakers there, Mr. Saturday Night, Rankinville Seamus, all tied up toward the opening quarter down at Rock'em Sock'em Scott. He's going to chop out these fractions. Delightful Wine is going to sit in here second, tuck it in third. That is Custard's Dragon. Hit a 4, What's Up Doc? Rankinville Seamus is back 10 lengths and Fifth in the backfield, back pacing, Mr. Saturday Night, but out of it, 30-4. Past that opening quarter, that judge's inquiry into the break in the first turn. Rock'em Sock'em Scott, after that opening quarter in 34, is going to bring them on through the lane to the half mile. For second here on the outside, Custard's Dragon is coming for Zach Mullins in third. Delightful Wine. What's Up, Doc is going to try to get up there on the cover. To the 5/8 turn, and Rock'em Sock'em Scott. 101 and 3. He's asked to go on. Delightful Wine now second. Third on the outside, Custard's Dragon. And What's Up, Doc? Driving the cover perfectly. 4 here on the outside. 3/4 up and coming now. Rock'em Sock'em Scott still has a head out front. Custard's Dragon is second. Delightful Wine nowhere to go. 4 on the outside. That's What's Up, Doc. 132 and a 1/5 past 3/4. What's Up, Doc? Had enough. He's going to tip out. He's going to go 3 deep. And in the backfield there, Rankin Vil Seamus is caught up with the crowd. Rock'em Sock'em Scott's going to bring him on through the lane. Here, Delightful Wine gets out here now. Up to challenge down at the wire. And Delightful Wine is up to win it. Rock'em Sock'em Scott was second. What's Up, Doc? Up for third. 202 and 4/5. Delightful Wine here in the fifth. We're going to draw for our 50-50 here this afternoon. Going to draw for our 50-50 here this afternoon. Winning driver, Danny Gillis, going to pull one at the hat for us. And the beautiful Patricia out there with her toque on. Here comes Julie. Heading back to the Denmark Acres Water Circle. 6-year-old Bay Fishing Gelding by Butters. Delighted the Vintage Master Mare. Wine with Me. Bred by Douglas Miller at Woodstock, Ontario. Madison Poirier at Inverness shares ownership with the trainer, Erlen Campbell. In the sulky, Danny Gillis, a stretch drive this afternoon. 202 and 4/5 in the winner's enclosure. Delightful Wine and Danny Gillis. Fifth official, Rock'em Sock'em Scott was second. Delightful Wine, the winner. What's Up Doc, 3. Mr. Saturday Night was 6. Made a break going into the first turn. Interfere with the 5, Rankinville Seamus. No placement needed. Rankinville Seamus was 4. Custard's Dragon was 5. 30 and 4 at the quarter. 101 and 3. 132 and 1. 202 and 4. Top the program. 213-64. 5 on the bottom. 202 and 4 fifths. 6-year-old Delightful Wine. And Danny Gillis, 380, 380, 210. Rock'em Sock'em Scott, 240, 240. Show What's Up Doc, 220. Exact at 2 and 1. It came back $14.90. 2 1 and 3, $32.90. Up and coming our feature. They go for a purse, $2,000. Soatfield Sandy. East Coast Invader, Lion Swift, Windermere Don't Matter, Windermere Best Man, and Sunshine Lou. Field of 6 for $2,000 in approximately a dozen minutes. Inverness 50-50 draw here at the Inverness Raceway. Inverness is 50-50, the best in the Maritimes. $1,115. $1,115. The winner, Patricia McIsaac. Patricia McIsaac. Congratulations. $1,115. Our next card of racing here at the Inverness Raceway goes to post next Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is our post time. The entries are going to come out a little bit late. They're only going to go the one score. Entries only going to go the one score. And then they'll be going to the gate. We urge you to please wager early. Starting to come down a little bit here. The entry's just going to have that one score and go to the gate. The favorite showing on the board at $2.70. It's Sunshine Lou. Out here, 6 on the outside. Track variance this afternoon set out by the judges. It's at 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And a track variance, what the judges give, if a horse won in 59, a track variance was 2 seconds, the horse would have went in 157 on a dry track or a fast track. He's at $2.90. He's stuck out here, 6 on the outside. For my selections here in race number 6, I went to the one horse, Southfield Sandy. He was in a $7,000 claimer. He was a purchase by the Route 19 Racing out of Long Point. He raced over in the island. He raced 26 starts last year, 19 in the first 3, and he made $12,000. He had a nice little rest. They claimed him. Lewis McDonnell must have claimed him for Route 19 as far as I can see. He was very comfortable last week in 2 minutes and 4/5, paced right through the wire. Last quarter, 29 2/5. So I'm going to put Southfield Sandy up on top. He come out of that claimer. He's going to check the preferred ranks now. He's going to try to race against those. For second, I went to the 5, Windermere Best Man. I think if he stays pacing and on an off track a little bit here this afternoon, Redmond Doucet in the sulky. 7, 5, 2 for first, second, and thirds accumulated. Last year, just $400 less than $10,000 made last year for Simon Poirier and Chad McDonnell. And for third, I went to the 2, East Coast Invader, Monica Sutherland, for her and Todd Sutherland. I just think it's just too much to be asking of this Sunshine Lou from post 6 to charge you to here. And these half-mile ovals heading into that first turn is going to be tough. Well, we'll see. My call, 1, 5, 2 here in the 6th. Patricia McIsaac, the winner of the 50-50, $1,115. Patricia McIsaac. Entries just having the one score and going to the gate. We're down to 5 minutes now, 5 minutes at the windows. I see the entries coming out of the paddock area now. We're down to 5. Favorite showing on the board, $3.40. That's Sunshine Lou and Danny Gillis. For second, that's $6.70. That's the one horse, Southfield Sandy and Lewis McDonnell. Entries heading down the backside on their way to post here in the 6th. Now parading from the lower turn are the entries here in the 6 winners over 1,000. Last 5, they go for a purse. $2,000. Quinella, Triactive, win place and show wagering. Soutfield Sandy on the rail at each-year-old Western Paradise. About Route 19 Racing. Trainer driver is Lewis Macton out. Todd Sutherland shares ownership with the trainer driver Monica Sutherland. The 2 is East Coast Invader. 3 is Lion Swift. J.J. McDonald is back in town here this afternoon to drive his 4-year-old Stay Hungry Lion Swift. J.J. owns Lenny Hanscombe trains. J.J. is in the sulky. 4 Win Beer Don't Matter. Alex Sutherland, Malcolm McCacken, Rodney Gillis does the driving. The 5 Win Beer Best Man owned by Simon Poirier and Chad McDonnell. Redmond Doucette is up. And rounding out the field is last week's winner of our feature. It's the 8-year-old Sunshine Lou by Sunshine Beach. Leah McKinnon shares ownership with the trainer, Ray McKinnon. Danny Gillis back on board. Field of 6, just having that one score and moving to the gate. Approximate daily double odds, your approximate daily double odds. Southfield Sandy, $25, 25. East Coast Invader, 69, 69. Lion Swift, 103, 103. Windermere Don't Matter, 207, 207. Windermere Best Man, $23, 23. And the favorite, number 6, Sunshine Low, $5, just $5. Entries have completed their first score. They're going to be collected here by the starter. Field of 6. They go for a purse, $2,000. Still the favorite on the board at $370. That's Sunshine Low. And Danny Gillis, $5.70 to 1, Southfield Sandy. Long shot on the board, that'll be the 4. Win Beer Don't Matter, out of Rodney Gillis. Once again, our next card of racing here at the Inverness Raceway goes to post. Next Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock is our post time. 1 o'clock. It's post time. The B.A. Watson Construction Limited starting gate is on the move, heading down the backside, collecting your starters here for the feature. Entries moving on the stable turn here in the 6th. It's our feature winners over. They go for purse $2,000. Southfield Sandy and Lewis McDonnell. On the rail, East Coast Invader and Monica Sutherland, Lion Swift, J.J. McDonald. Windermere Don't Matter, Rodney Gillis. Windermere Best Man, Redmond Doucette, Sunshine Lou, and Danny Gillis. We got a recall. We got a recall here in the 6th. Parimutuel windows remain open. Recall. Recall 3 against 4. Recall 3 against the 4. Entries on the stable turn here for the 6th. The winner is over our feature of 2000. Southfield, Sandy, and Lewis backed it out. East Coast Invader, Monica Sutherland. Lion Swift, J.J. McDonald. Windermere Best Man, Rodney Gillis. Windermere Best Man, and Redmond Doucette. And Sunshine Lou and Danny Gillis. Field of 6. They come to the top of the lane. This is the finale here at the Inverness Raceway, field of 6. Down off the gate and away, and Windermere Best Man is charging out of there. Southfield, Sandy, and at the rail here is second, up here third. That is East Coast Invader. Yeah, to 4. Windermere Don't Matter. Up here in 5, Sunshine Lou in the backfield. That is Lion Swift. Spread out toward the opening quarter, up front by 7 on the lead there. Windermere Best Man and Redmond Doucette. Back 7 lengths, Southfield, Sandy. Yeah, to third, it's East Coast Invader, 28 2/5. Past that opening quarter, up front by 5 on the lead now. That is Windermere Best Man. Back there, 5 lengths. Southfield, Sandy, and Lewis backed it out. On the move, up here at a 4. Windermere Don't Matter. In at the rail, East Coast Invader. Sunshine Lou starts to get in gear in the backfield. Lion Swift. 58 2/5. 58 2. 30 in that second quarter. Windermere Best Man still up front on the lead, driving second here on the outside. That is Windermere Don't Matter. In third at the rail is Southfield, Sandy, 4 on the outside. That is Sunshine Lou at a 5. It's East Coast Invader. And then Lion Swift are over towards the 7-8 stern now. And Windermere Best Man, 129 4/5. Second. That is Windermere Don't Matter. Third on the far outside there. That is Sunshine Lou. He's coming. East Coast Invader is coming also. We're through the lane. Windermere Best Man. Windermere Don't Matter. Sunshine Lou. And East Coast Invader and Windermere Best Man. Up to win it. Windermere Don't Matter. Second. Sunshine Lou was third. 2 minutes, 3/5, wire to wire. Windermere Best Man out of Redmond Doucette. This fella ever charge off the gate. Coming back to the Denmark Acres Water Circle, 6-year-old bit piece and gelding by Malicious at the Art Escape Mare Arte Blanche. Simon Poirier and Chad McDonnell at Inverness hold the ownership papers. Lenny Henscombe does the conditioning. Maritime Racing Championship driver Redmond Doucette. He can get him off the gate in the dirty weather. In the winner's enclosure here with Windermere Best Man. A good race-winning trip over this track. 2 minutes, 3/5 in the winner's enclosure. This is 6-year-old Windermere Best Man at a Redmond Doucette. Total bet this afternoon, $7,988, $79.88. Sixth official, Saltfield Sandy 6, East Coast Invader 4, Lion Swift 5, Windermere Don't Matter 2nd, Windermere Best Man, the winner, Sunshine Lewis 3. 28-2, 58-2, 129-4, 2 minutes, 3/5. Top the program. My choice. 6th, 4, 5, 2, 1, and 3 on the bottom. 2 minutes, 3/5. Wire to wire. 6-year-old Windermere Best Man at a Redmond Doucette. Daily doubled combination in the 6th. Windermere Best Man, $23. The double came back. Quinella 4 and 5 or 5 and 4. It returns $74 even, 74 even. Tracked combination 5, 4, 6. It returned $207.80. That's a wrap this afternoon here at the Inverness Raceway. Our next card of racing here at the Inverness Raceway goes to post next Sunday afternoon. 1 o'clock is our post time. Until then, take your time and have a safe and pleasant drive home. Good afternoon.